Welcome to Hoops Junction. First of all, I'm speechless. Game 2, Cavaliers lose 110-77 against the Golden State Warriors. And you know the saying, remember that book when we were kids, Where's Waldo? Where was LeBron James? Where was Kyrie Irving? These guys did not show up at all. Kevin Love got hurt halfway through the game. But even then, Kevin Love wasn't even doing that much damage. But LeBron James, and think about this, LeBron had 19 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 turnovers. So in most people's book, he had like tremendous numbers. But that's not tremendous at all. That's not tremendous at all. He shot 7 for 17. Kyrie Irving, he had 10 points, 5 for 14. Come on. Where were you guys? Your team needed this. They needed a split. They needed the split because if you think about this, the Golden State Warriors are favored to win the series. So everybody considers them a better team than you are. So not only do you need every win that you can get, but you can't go down 0-2 to a team that's superior to you. Because they pretty much, that means you have to play perfect basketball just to even up the series. So Game 3 is a must-win for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that being said, anything can happen. And when you're down 2-0, it doesn't put yourself in a favorable position. You know, we'll just take a quick look at the numbers tonight. J.R. Smith, 5 points, 2 for 6. The Cavs, Kevin Love, 5 points, 1 for 4. Channing Frye, 0 points. Richard Jefferson, he actually tried to do something tonight. He had 12 points, 4 for 6. I mean, Dellavedova had 7. Shumpert had 3. Jones had 3. I mean, where's the production? But you know where that starts from. That starts from LeBron and Kyrie. You cannot win a playoff game shooting 7 for 17. You know, LeBron had 0 points in the first quarter. I mean, I don't expect him to play bad like this, but this just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You see what I'm saying? Because I picked the Cavs to win in 6 because I thought Curry wasn't 100%. But guess what? Mentally, LeBron ain't 100% and Kyrie ain't 100%. Kyrie has 10 points, 1 assist. That's unacceptable. You're the point guard. That's unacceptable. And part of the thing, you got to think about this. The Warriors outplayed the Cavs in every facet. The Warriors shut down the Cavs' three-point ball, 21%. And they kept the Cavs overall to 35%. Amazing defense. Amazing defense. And contrastly, the Warriors had shot 54% from the field, and they shot 45% from 3. And guess who was killing them from 3? Draymond Green, 5 for 8. Stephen Curry went 4 for 8. And Klay Thompson went 4 for 8. But Draymond Green, 5 for 8. Draymond had 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Essentially, Draymond Green in the second quarter erupted. He killed the Cavaliers. They were up by like 12 or 13 or so, at one point. And then the Cavaliers went on a little 7-0 run when Curry had his third foul. And in the third quarter, Draymond Green comes right back, hits you between the eyes. And then he comes through with nice assists, crazy rebounds. Draymond, it's like every game, the Warriors get a different contributor. It was Sean Livingston game 1. Game 2, Draymond Green went off. He went off. And think about this too. Bogut had a great game. He had 4 huge blocks. 4 huge blocks that shifted the momentum. It left the Cavaliers frightened to even think about going in the paint. Because when Bogut was blocking shots, he was shoving guys on the floor like the old school ways, like Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning days. Like, you know, get that shot out of here. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, Bogut only had 2 points, but those blocks and those 4 rebounds really, really ignited the team. Curry had 18 points, 9 rebounds. You know, Curry he went 7 for 11 for the field, which is pretty good. He had a pretty good game for his standards. You know, he's the MVP of the league. You know, we expect him to have 30 points a game and be shifty, hitting guys between the eyes, which he hit Kyrie with a 3 between the eyes. But honestly, I can say how much LeBron needs to play better. I can say how much Kyrie needs to play better. It's not about that. They're getting outplayed by the Warriors. The Warriors, as a team, as a total team, they're putting so much pressure on the Cavaliers, and they're making them play in a way that they're not used to playing. Because every series they played, they had free movement to shoot threes, free movement to drive the lane. Warriors are being disciplined, and they remember what happened last year, and They gave up game 2 on their home floor. Then they lost game 3, and they were down 2-1. So they knew they could have lost, and they didn't come out with a lackadaisical effort. Even when they were earlier, they were down by 6. You could see they were coming up with effort. It was effort, and then Draymond Green erupted. And whose man was that tonight? LeBron James's man, and LeBron let him get off. It's like it's one thing if you're not having like your offensive game going, but when you're having lapses on defense, LeBron had a ton. Kyrie had a ton. Shannon Fry had a ton. When you have lapses on defense, that's to me that's worse than your offense, because at least you know, like, okay, I'm not scoring, but I can lock this guy down. And LeBron didn't even lock Draymond Green down, and that's crazy. That's like the first time I've ever seen that. There's something wrong with the chemistry there. I don't know if it's like a defeatist attitude, but their chemistry is not there. And I think it boils down to this: the Cavaliers played a lot of inferior competition. Like, they didn't play anybody as good or better than them. As opposed to the Warriors, everybody they played besides, let me think about this. The Rockets weren't really competition. Trailblazers were a little bit of competition. OKC was considered better than they were. OKC should have won the series. So the Warriors were, every round they played somebody good or better, good, comparable, and then now the Western Conference Finals, better than them. So now they know we can't play around with nobody. And that's what they're doing to the Cavs. They're not playing around with them. They're making the right passes. They're not being flashy. They're getting their defensive assignments. They're making their open shots. They're cutting. They're doing everything by the book, because they're not playing around with you guys, because they've played people better than you. They had to go up against Durant and Westbrook, and they had to deal with 20-point blocks, almost down 30 points. They had to deal with Curry going out for 2 weeks. So they've been through so much, and it's just like they're seizing the moment. To me, I could say LeBron didn't do this. I could say Kyrie didn't do this. I could say Kevin Love got hurt. But it's not that. It's the other team imposing their will on the Cleveland Cavaliers. To me, Game 2 was a must-win for the Cavaliers. They didn't win it. Now, Game 3, a lot of people say, well, a series doesn't start till the home team loses a game on their floor or whatever, or the road team wins a game or a home team loses a game. That's bullshit to me. To me, a series doesn't start until both teams are playing at optimal level, which means high level. It doesn't matter who has the lead, the series lead. It matters about the style of play. Sometimes it's like, it's not that you won the game. It's not if you win or lose. It's how you play the game, honestly. And I know a lot of people think that's like cliche, but it's how you play the game. And the way that the Cavaliers are playing the game, it's not the right way. It's not even the Cavs way. It's like disjointed. It's like lack of trust. It's like, I'm going to watch this guy. I'm going to watch LeBron kill the grass. I'm going to watch Kyrie dribble. It's like everybody's watching each other. Nobody's playing for each other. And it's just like Richard Jefferson is like the only guy. I got to give him some respect, because he came out with a spark. Like, he was going at guys. He was rebounding. He was hustling. And you just didn't see that from the Cavaliers. Even J.R. Smith, like, he hit a 3 and you think, okay, Smith is going. Now he's about to get it going. Gives up big plays on the defensive end. Give up wide open threes to Curry earlier in the game. They're just getting outplayed. That's point blank period. They're just getting outplayed. There's nothing that I can say. There's no X's and O's, because they get all the Cavs get the matchups they want. That Kyrie Irving screen and roll, that was the matchup they wanted. They went away from that. When they get the switches from LeBron off onto Curry, you know, the pick and roll switches, they're getting the switches that they want. They're just getting outplayed. They can't execute. They're getting suffocated. It's just like suffocation. You know, I attribute it to this like this. Like, everybody thought the Warriors were so great on offense, and they never really give them credit on defense. And their defense is winning them the games. I mean, Game 1, I think the Cavs shot maybe 38%. Game 2, they shoot 35%. Come on. Their defense is suffocating them. They're not allowing them to get off. And that's the game plan. And I don't know if the Cavs, I know they're going home, they're going to play better at home, but your better is not they're great. It doesn't match they're great. They're making all the simple plays, all the hustle plays, all the defensive plays, blocks. They're playing positional defense on you, damn near perfect. Damn near perfect. Besides Stephen Curry reaching in, which he shouldn't do. But other than that, I mean, they're great. Is better than your whatever you got right now. And I know people say Game 3 is going to be a must-win, that most people are going to pick them to win. And, I think they can win Game 3, but they're in such a big hole and against a team that has so much confidence. Think about this. The Warriors won 3 straight against OKC. They won 2 straight against the Cavs. They're on a 5-0 right now, and their confidence is high. It's like they're in a zone, man. They're on a zone offensively. And when I say offensively, it's great for them because it's not even Curry or Thompson that's killing you. It's Sean Livingston, Game 1. Game 2, Draymond Green erupts. Draymond Green erupts. So it's just like, when is it Curry's turn? When is it Klay Thompson's turn? When is it Iguodala's turn? The Cavs, they have so many problems against this Warriors team. And I thought that the health of Curry was going to be such an issue. And right now, up 2-0, it's not an issue for the Warriors. It's not an issue. And the Cavs are going to have they're going to have to switch up some lineup. But, and see, that's the thing. When you switch up lineups, it's like you're panicking. So do I panic and switch up my lineup? Do I stop playing small, play big? Or do I stay with my guys and just hope they're going to play better? Or do I hope that the Warriors are going to play, it's so many things and tactics and a lot of things. And once again, I'm going to say this again. Up to this point, Tyronn Lue has been thoroughly outcoached. A lot of those times when the Warriors were going up 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, then the Cavs get it down to 9 and they hit a big shot. Tyronn Lue should have called timeout to say, look, we can't leave this guy open. Look, we got to find this guy in transition. 20-second timeouts, even if you just ran them out of them all, even if you knew you're going to lose the game tonight, use everything in the clip to prove a point. Like, hey, we can't play like this. Hey, you need to find your assignment. Hey, LeBron, you missed this assignment. Just call a quick timeout. LeBron, you need to stay on this guy. Just a reminder, because when you're in the moment, you're not thinking about everything that you have to do. But that little timeout could be a point break. Greg Popovich does it all the time. Steve Kerr has done it plenty of times. You have to call them little timeouts to settle your team down. Like, look, calm down. And tonight, the Cavs did not play calm. The Warriors had little paces of being frantic, but they were calm. They were calm. They did the right things. They controlled the ball. They controlled the clock. They played huge defensive game. You beat a team 110-77, you shut them down. You locked them up. And another thing is this. I wasn't a big fan. Even though the game was over, it was like a 20-point blowout or a 27-point lead. I'm not a big fan of LeBron and Curry not playing in the fourth. I'm not a big fan of it. If you look at all the players in the past, for the most part, I'm not going to say every single player did this, but Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, even Dirk Nowitzki, even Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, they're down 20 points, they're down 30 points, it doesn't matter. They're staying in the game. Even though they know this game is over, to them, they're tricking themselves and saying, we can still make a comeback. Because it's not if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. And let's just say they get blown out tonight or whatever, but LeBron and Kyrie stay in the game. And then they find something. Maybe they don't get blown out by 33. Maybe they get blown out by 15 or 20. And then they're like, okay, this worked in the fourth quarter. This was working, so now they could take something over, and then they could bring it to the next game. That's what happened last year against the, I think in Game 3, Golden State Warriors. They were down 2-1. No, they were down 2-0. They were tied 1-1. They lost Game 3, but Curry stayed in the game, and they were down by like 20-some-odd points or whatever. Curry stays in the game, and he found something. They lost the game, but he found something. And it's just like with Tyronn Lue not playing LeBron and not playing Kyrie for rest or whatever. They have so many days in between, which I hate. I think this is such a bad idea, but whatever. They have so many games in between. Keep them in the game so they can play some kind of inspired ball. find something. Because when you're taking them out of the game, LeBron already scored 0 points in the first quarter, no rhythm. Kyrie Irving had crappy rhythm. So they need to find some kind of rhythm in the series. Now, when you go home down 2-0, you're going to start playing out of character. Even though I know LeBron's going to have like maybe a 40-point game, maybe even a 50-point game, I think it's going to cause those other role players to play out of character. They're going to start doing some things that they shouldn't be doing. Like they're going to start pulling up for 3 when it's not a good idea. Kyrie Irving's going to start dribbling a little bit too much when it's not a good idea because they're in desperation mode. When you're down 2-0, you're in desperation mode. When you lose a game to a team that's better than you, you're in desperation mode. When you lose 2 straight games, like I said, when they're better than you, you're in desperation mode. And Steve Kerr has played with the Bulls. Luke Walton has played with the Lakers. Stephen Curry has a chip. Warriors, collectively, they've been there before. They know how to play up, and they know how to play when they're down. And I tell you this, if Cleveland comes out with another effort like this, and their star players don't show up, it's going to be a shorter series than everybody thought it would be. It's not going to be a 7-game series. I'm telling you right now, if they show up, Game 3, playing like this, even if the game is close, if they're just playing like this, that's all we're going to need to know, that the series is over. You cannot show up like this against a great team. Not at all. Never in your life. You know, DMX said it best, don't you ever in your life come at me with a, what does he say? Come at me with a knife. You know, come at me when I got a gun. You got running me with a knife or whatever. One of those lines. But you can't bring a knife to a gunfight. And right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are getting outgunned. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Peace.